Hello everyone! It's me again, Rose from the Philippines. Welcome to Gantsilyera, show and tell of crochet and craft related items. It is Gantsilyera 453 today, and the date is Friday, February 23, 2024. Welcome to my old and new subscribers. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to visit with me. So we're gonna be having an event on March, and it is hosted by my other group called Gantsilyo Filipino. So Sis Maylene has talked to the management of Trinoma Mall if we can have that event for Mother's Day, but they had given us the slot for Women's Month this March. So we're gonna be having an opportunity to sell there, and also they are asking us to donate some crochet items for the event. So our group has selected lanterns for that certain event. So we have been collecting lanterns recently, and I'm gonna show you guys the items that I am able to accumulate. The date of the installation is on March 1, Friday, so we needed to be there before the mall opens, and we needed to set up, and then afterwards we can sell our items there. So I just want to show you guys the first ones that I was able to whip up. These are my samples, and I have used wire for it. So I have these wires lying around. So I shaped it into circles using paper tape, and this is my prototype. This has about 6 to 7 inches of diameters to them. So this is the first one that I was able to make out of this mixed Indofill yarn here. I was able to put some wooden beads at the bottom when I was able to buy one from Divisoria. But this is how it turned out, and it turned out slanted in a way, but I think it has that shaping, that the shaping to it is quite nice. But so that is how it is. We are supposed to make colorful lanterns, but I just wanted to check if I will be able to make one. So I did this one, and just a while ago I was able to put the uh, string to it so we can hang it, because we're gonna be hanging it on a certain pole, and they are going to put lighting inside. So this is my first one, and I wanted to make something colorful, so I started this other one here using different colors of my milk cotton yarn. And I also was able to incorporate some wooden beads of different colors at the bottom of it, and that is how it looks like. These are using some V stitches to it, so that is how it turned out. The next ones that I was able to make is from the yarn that Sis G gifted me, and these are gonna be yarns that is a little bit thicker than the normal ones. So I wanted to use thicker yarns so that I can crochet it faster, also using a bigger type of hook. So this is the first one that I was able to come up with, and the yarn that she has gifted me is the one that I use for this, and it is quite appropriate because it is pretty colorful, even though it only has some shades of blue to it. So I was able to put some blue beads at the bottom. I used also a hook to insert the beads since the holes are big enough. So that is the first attempt for the 10 inches diameter of rattan ring. So these are the beads that I was able to buy to use for those, and I still have this much that I can use for future projects. So I will be taking clips once we are there to show you guys how it is. Hopefully I will be able to use this other phone that my kuya gifted me, because this has a longer storage to it, or a wider storage to it. So the next one that I wanted to show you is this one. I already had some made up of the granny squares in the past, so I was able to incorporate it to this project. I only needed to put 2 rows of 3 for to close it up. But this is how it turned out. And it has granny squares to it. Mama wants to own this one, but I needed to donate it since I only have 6 rattan rings available, and we needed to donate at least 6, a minimum of 6 for the event. They were they were asking us for 10, but then they settled with 6 pieces. So these are granny squares that I put together, and I also put some wooden beads at the bottom. For the string part, I didn't weave in the ends yet because I don't know if this is the right size. So if ever we go there, I will be able to sew the ends just to know, just to be sure if the string length is the appropriate size. I have been busy this last week because I went back and forth to Divisoria because one of my friends from the bazaar has asked me to buy her some wooden beads and also some rattan rings. So I was able to accomplish that I think during Monday. I was able to buy her some neutral colored wooden beads, and she asked for plain ones so that it will be appropriate for different colors. And I was also able to buy for her some pearl-like beads, and along that are the 4 rattan rings that she requested. And then the other day I was able to meet up with my other friend from the bazaar. We just roamed around Divisoria, and she just wanted to know where to buy the ratandings. So she was able to purchase some in bulk or in wholesale, and that way she has saved some money. So the first tries that I did for this project is using the wires that I put paper tape on, but the required diameter for the length of the rings that we needed, the rattan rings, are about 10 inches, but then they decided to change it into 8 inches, but I was able to purchase the 10 inches, so that is what I use for most of these lanterns. So the next one that I was able to make is this one, and as you can see, the string comes from this spot up until here, so that when you stretch it, it just gives you this much of stretch. For this one, I used my 8-ply yarn that someone gifted me, but it is not long enough, and I was able to whip up most of the yarn. So I decided to incorporate another yarn for it with this colors right here. These are variegated yarns that also was gifted to me, and then I was able to put those wooden beads for the bottom. I have learned the correct way to put it, or the easiest way to put it, so that they will hang like that. So that is the other lantern. For my fourth and fifth try, I wanted it to be colorful. So I decided to work on some with what I think are the most colorful are the rainbows. So I started with red, and then it goes to orange, yellow, and green, but I thought it was long enough. They said that we should make it for about 10 to 12 inches long, but they changed it again to about 12 to 15 inches. But this is still in, since this is approximately 12 inches long, uh, along with the beaded part of it. So I wanted it to be colorful enough, so I decided to use this colors here. And for the fifth one, I also wanted to incorporate rainbow colors, so I started with blue and violet. But then I decided to incorporate pink to it, so it will have that cute colors to it. So I'm quite proud of these two ones here. And they are using some block stitches. So they are just simple type of design. So for my last entry, I wanted to use a bulkier type of yarn. So I have some velvet yarn that someone gifted me. So I used it for this one, and this is some variegated velvet yarn. So it has the most of the yarn I use is for this part here. And then I just incorporated a milk cotton yarn in blue and use blue beads for the bottom. So as you can see, it kinda goes in, but when it stretches, I think it will be okay. So this is the last entry that I have for my donation for the event. I have been listing down notes of things that I needed to remember to bring and things that I needed to prepare for the bazaar. So some of them are these ones here. So I'm gonna be placing my sign, Gantsilyera, on this cardboard box or this cardboard here. But I don't know what shape I needed to make it into. I think I'm just going to hang it. And then I am putting together some items that I needed to bring, like some pouches for when someone buys from me. I still have these ones here with poo because I really love poo. And then I also prepared this Gina cloth because we needed it to cover our items once we're done selling. So I purchased 2 yards of this Gina cloth right here. So those are most of the things that I want to share with you during the span of the week. Someone has suggested that I speak in Tagalog, but I think I'm just gonna try to speak in Tagalog and English so that most of you will also understand me, since I think most of my subscribers is overseas. So I'm gonna let you guys go for now. I hope you have a fun time crafting, and I'm just gonna update you with the future events, and hopefully it will become a success. I wish that it will, and I hope so too. So thank you very much, and God bless everyone.